Thomas versus Dakota Hughes, and
we have some very, very nice lists for you guys.
Oh yeah, totally.
Dakota over here is on Wiltleaf Abzan.
Sure.
Pretty traditional with a little bit of spice. We got a Garuk Primal Hunter and a Blood Baron Viscopa.
And we got Chris Thomas on the right, and he's got the Eldrazi aggro that I think Team Channel Fireball is kind of took to the Pro Tour this weekend. It's got Endless One, Eldrazi Mimic, Matter Reshaper, Thought Knot Seer, Reality Smasher, Chalice, Of the Void, Dismember, Warping Whale, Simian Spirit Guide, all that jazz. But we are underway right now. Oh, there's the Blood Baron of Viscopa. Really well-positioned card, but not here necessarily.
Yeah, there's no... I guess there's some Dismembers. Yeah, we've got a couple Dismembers in the Eldrazi aggro deck, so it does dodge that removal spell.
Sure.
But creature versus creature-wise, it's not the best.
Yeah, it's not at its best here, for sure. And an awkward top deck of Noble Hierarch for Dakota. And Chris Thomas is going to draw. That's Simian Spirit Guide. He's got 5 mana this turn.
Yeah. He's going to 5/5 Endless
This looks
one.
like Reality Smasher.
Think so? No, we got a 5/5 Endless one right
Ooh,
now.
okay.
I was a little curious why he didn't cast that last turn.
That's why.
Because you could just have a 2/2 on turn 1. But I can definitely see that. But Abrupt Decay happens to be pretty good against permanents.
Yeah, Abrupt Decay.
No converted mana cost.
Abrupt Decay is going to take care of the Endless One, and
Dakota's going to get in for 2.
It's going to be really important for Dakota's removal to match up against Thomas here, because at the top of Thomas's curve, he's got Reality Smasher, which is in like a mid-range kind of attrition mirror like this is going to be huge, just because taking care of 2 cards for 1 card, just like an inherent 2 for 1 is going to be a big deal in this matchup.
Yeah. So I think Chris is setting up for a Chalice of the Void on 2 next turn.
Okay. I can't really argue that.
Locks on Esmire is pretty good.
We'll swing in for 2. Thomas goes to 16.
Dakota's got a really good handful of cards right now.
Actually, Thomas is much less than that. He's at 12 thanks to the Dismember.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I don't feel Chris's spot's very good right now.
no, it's not. He's got a Warping Whale that does
Yeah. I think
really
it's just
nothing.
Warping Whale, Chalice of the Void, and lands.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not good. This game might wrap up pretty quick here.
He's got... What do we have over here? We got 2 Qasali Pride Mages.
We've got
A
Scavenge
Scooze.
Ooze.
And a Noble Hierarch. And
What's
one
that
other
one?
card. Another Smiter, I guess.
Get in for 7. This is going to put Chris Thomas to 5, and it's going to put him dead on board here unless he can do something.
I think we're going to go for an end step. Or not.
No end-step Warping Whale there, but
That
there's
is
the
a
Reality
Reality
Smasher.
1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5 from Eye of Ugin.
Yep.
We have a 5/5 Reality Smasher. I don't know what else.
Well,
I
we
guess
got Warping
Chris-
Whale as another
yeah.
blocker, potentially. But this Reality Smasher looks okay. 5 is not much life, but this Abzan deck outside of Siege Rhino doesn't look like it has much in the way of reach.
Yeah.
Lingering Souls could potentially present a problem, but
Yeah, I
Dakota
agree.
doesn't have any.
Flying's very good.
Yeah.
We just see pretty much basic generic creatures in his hand right now.
Right.
And I think the biggest thing is he's kind of stuck on green.
Right.
So I think he's going to go with a Pride Mage.
Right.
I don't like the Pride Mage all that much.
Well,
It
I
does
think
combat the Nexuses on Chris's side fairly well.
right. So
And
he's
the
gonna
Exalted Trigger.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there is
it
an
does have
Exalted
a
Trigger, so he's going to try and trade in combat, but he had no way of knowing that Chris Thomas had Warping Whale.
Yeah.
There is... oh, never mind. You didn't play the Hierarch. I was going to say Warping Whale could take care of the...
Hierarch before
Right,
the Exalted
but-
Trigger.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I thought the Hierarch came down, then I noticed that it didn't.
Right.
Well, Ghost War is actually kind of rough here.
Yeah, Ghost Core is not super... This is interesting. This is a main phase activation of Blinkmoth Nexus.
I think he wants to try to bait Dakota into using the Korosali Pride Mage to get rid of it.
Maybe he feels like that's his only play. Okay, makes him take 2.
This is not a great draw for Chris.
No.
You know, some like uneventful cards in the matchup, and you know, a very creature light draw.
Yep. All right, so Chris has 2 blockers here. But is that even good enough? It doesn't look like it's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't think it will be.
No. I mean, he's dead on board here. Little insurance in the form of Voice of Resurgence against any instance. And we're going to swing with...
Dakota just mulling over it.
Sure.
You know, just trying to figure out what the math on this currently is. You
Yep.
know, do we have any other spells that can be cast? You know, there's the Mutavault on the other side still.
So I guess how it could work is if the Smiter and the Elemental get blocked, Dakota is going to lose the Loxodon on Smiter, and Thomas is going to fall to 1. And that looks like the play.
Yeah, Dakota's really hurt on green mana right now. If he had green mana, then Scavenge Goose would be able to get bigger.
Right. The game would be over.
Yeah.
It's also worth noting that if Dakota had the read that maybe Chris had nothing, he wouldn't have played the Voice.
Yeah, you have to block that.
Right, you have to block like that.
Yeah. So we're getting the Smiter off the table, which is good.
Smiter off the table.
You're losing your Mutavault. Right. Not terrible. You still have 2 activated man lands.
If you signed up, fill in fire draft number 2.
Falls to
Right
1.
in the front. We'll get you started.
Chris is going to draw. It is another Reality Smasher.
A good card.
Don't know what it does here, though, but yes, it's quite good.
Yeah, it's just... I think he's just too overwhelmed at this point.
Yeah. This is a tough board to come back from for this Eldrazi deck. It's kind of light on removal game 1, and yeah, he doesn't really even have many draws here.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. One more land may have gotten him out of this.
Sure.
I think he may have it in hand. So, no, it's 4 creatures. So if he were to able to play a land here, oh no, it's a Chalice of the Void. He doesn't have a land in hand. If you were to able to play a land here, you're able to play the Reality Smasher off of 2 from the Ibogan,
Yep.
2 from the Temple, and 1 from the Waste.
Sure.
And then he could use his 2 Blink Moth Nexuses, along with the Ghost Quarter and another land if he had it, to be able to activate both Blink Moths and be able to block, hopefully in a way that you could tap the Blink Moths
To pump themselves.
Yeah, so you could actually theoretically trade with the token and the Voice of Resurgence.
Okay.
Or probably just one or the other. So you probably go after the Voice of Resurgence, so you
Sure.
could just get it off the table, and then you're facing down 2 tokens versus your 2 Reality Smashers. But unluckily, it was a Chalice of the Void, which
Right.
I think is probably the cut.
He's cutting them right now. I just
Yeah.
watched Chris cut all 4 of his.